Hi, everybody. Hi, Diane. Uh, Lorene and Jeff. Hi. I haven't seen you in a bit. Yes, here I am. I really took last week off. I haven't been on all week, I think, except to say Merry Christmas uh, right before Christmas because I'm not selling hardly anything and I didn't have any ship with me videos. But I'm sort of I have a couple YouTube videos all planned out mostly about me setting up my budget for 2026. I got a new budget book. It's different from the ones I've had the last 3 years. Not that different, but it's smaller and more compact. And I think I'm going to like it. I have it all filled out and ready to go. Uh, It doesn't have any pre-filled things in it, which makes it a little longer to fill out every month, but that's okay. I could put things the way I wanted them, so it's not dated either. So none of mine have been dated. So you can start anytime with these, but I like to start the first of the year. So I plan on um, showing you how I set up my budget, talking about all that kind of stuff, being frugal, trying to be frugal. I spent over $88 on groceries over and above what, and I allow $250. I spent $88 over that. I I don't understand that. I I hardly eat anything. I did sort of clear out a lot of things and I had to rebuy, things that were outdated, but it wasn't that much. So I don't understand how I spend so much in groceries. But January is going to be a pretty much no spend month except the necessities. I mean, I do have a list to go to the grocery store, but it's only for some basic things I need. And I found out when I made my bread this past week, it didn't rise very good. And I need a new jar of yeast. I didn't put the yeast through the yeast test, so I thought it was still good, but it is past the date on the lid, so I guess that's true. You shouldn't use it after that, or you get this very dense bread. It's not near as soft as it should be, so to use it, I mean, it's still okay to eat, but to use it, I have to cut it in tiny, really thin slices. But yeah, so I need yeast. I think I'm going to buy a loaf of Italian bread to get me until I make another loaf. Tina, hi. You made it to live stream. Yes. Yeah, we just started. Yes, I keep the yeast in the fridge, but it was still outdated. Just by about half a month. I mean, it wasn't way out of date. So I don't know. I guess you can't be out of date at all. So I'll get some. I think I'll put an order in to start January off and order what I need. Or maybe Wednesday. I think she's coming Tuesday. Samantha's going to come Tuesday, and it's our day to go shopping or do something other than it's not her cleaning day. So I may wait instead of ordering. I think we'll just go to the store and save the tip money. Yeah. There's only like, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 things that I need. And I have prescriptions to pick up anyway. So, yeah. So I do plan on making some different type of videos other than reselling. I am so depressed about this reselling and not selling. I have sold, which we'll go over in a second. I sold 4 items all week, 3 items on eBay and 1 on Poshmark. And for to be selling that little of things, it's not worth it for me. It's not worth worrying about everything. It's not worth giving half my house up to eBay. Yeah. So I would like to, I probably won't quit altogether, but I would like to at least cut my inventory in half. And I told Bumblebee on the phone that I'm not going to live long enough to sell the way things are selling to sell half my inventory. So we have to come up with something better than that. Jeff had his best week ever, 7 sales. I'd be happy with that. Yes. Good for him. Bumblebee said she would be here, but she is can't be online, so she will be on her phone. So she can probably hear us, but we can't see her. So hi, Bumblebee. She wants me to try Depop. Does anybody sell on Depop here? I've never tried it. I've heard a couple times that that's the thing right now, Depop. And it's free shipping for me. And it's, I think, I don't know. Scratch that. I don't know anything about it. It says it's free to sell on Depop, whatever that means. Hi, Jane. You had 3 sales all month. Oh, dear. Yeah. You sell on Depop? How do you like it, Jane? Is it real slow too? Is it the same? Tina, hi, Tina. My sales are so slow. It's disappointing in 4th quarter. I'll say it's just unbelievable compared to how it used to be a long time ago. See, that's what I compare it to because I've been selling for 10 years. And 4th quarter used to be so busy. You had to make sure you had enough shipping supplies like a couple months ahead of time. It's nothing like that. Your antique booth was awesome. I sell on Depop and it's not been so great. I've sold 2 nice coats and that's about it. Yeah, everything seems to be slow online. I don't know. Is it going to pick up in the new year? Everything seems to be turned around. Maybe it'll pick up when it's supposed to be slow. If I can make sure that Depop, you can print that they send you 4x6 labels or ones that will print 4x6 on my thermal printer. You've been selling 20 years? Wow. I didn't think eBay isn't even 20 years old, is it? The Depop audience is younger, and some of the entitled attitudes on there have been a real turnoff. Oh dear. Yeah, I wouldn't like that either. It's like eBay. Does that mean Depop's like eBay, Jane, or you just like eBay best? Yeah. Well, I'll try. I don't like to be on a whole bunch of, I'm on Poshmark. I do have things on Mercari, but I'm not active on there, so nobody buys anything. You have to keep being active on Mercari or your things keep falling down to the bottom. Much like Poshmark used to be. But yeah, I don't like to be on too many platforms because I know I'm going to forget then when I sell something, I'll forget to take them off of the other platforms. That's how I get into trouble. Oh, it sells like eBay. Well, that's not going to help since eBay isn't selling at all. Yeah, I'm more interested in just getting parts of my house back and getting rid of all these bins. There are a lot, half the bins. I'd like to get rid of half my inventory. But it's been it's been years to try to get it from 3,000 to 2,000, and I'm not even below 2,000 yet. Selling 3 things a week isn't going to do it. But yeah. Well, when I did sell even twice or 3 times this amount, like not much, but you know, more than this, that little bit of money, it does help with things. It goes into a special account, my reselling, and that's what I usually buy all gifts with. All my kids' Christmas presents and my grandkids' Christmas checks all came out of that. Anything extra, I take it out of there. I was buying all my pets' food out of there. I could never pay horse boards out of there anymore. It used to cover that too. I mean, that's a lot. But I don't have horses anymore, so I don't have to worry about that. Yes, I do. I do cross list, so I can put Depop on there. I'll have to check. It's free, and there are no seller fees, unless you boost. You use Vendu. Yeah, I use Flip. Now, the Posher VA is only for Poshmark, and that just shares the Poshmark Closet. But they're both, I have to pay for both of those. Confusing. Yeah. Doesn't take much to confuse me. Oh, boosting is like eBay's promoted listings. And they take 8%. Wow. Well, it's free to list. But yeah, 8%'s a lot. I never give eBay that much. But there'd be no other fees, I guess, right? No other fees to sell on Depop? Just that. If you boost, it would just be 8%. There's so many fees and hidden costs on eBay. I don't think I've ever really figured it out. eBay's final fees are 13. Yeah, at least. I think they shove in a few extra little things. They sort of hide, you know. It's 13% if you don't promote, you know. If you promote even 2%, now that, goes up if you sell something. Well, let me share my screen. And at the end, I'm going to try my best to share my photos so I can show you the puppy. And I'm not sure if I can do that. You can do it if I was on StreamYard, but I'm not on StreamYard. I'm on just the YouTube's own site here. All right. So I'll share my screen, show you a few things I sold. Okay, I always show you my sad little graph here. Look how bad it's been this whole from November 28th on. Look how many no sales days there's been. Yeah, not looking good here. Okay, the first thing I sold was this Eloquii floral top. It's a size 18, multicolored, and this sold for a best offer of $9 because what can you do? Nothing's selling. I have to take some best offers. I don't love to do $9, but yes, sold for $9 plus shipping. The customer pays shipping. So yeah, it was a size 18. Did I say that? Yeah, 3/4 sleeves. Is a pullover top. I've had this quite a while. The next thing is by Express. I've had these a while too. I don't remember. I don't think I would have bought these. These have a lace overlay over denim. Maybe these came in a box. I'm not sure where I got these. They're by Express. They're sort of a dressy, obviously dressy little short shorts. Black lace over blue, size 4 with a side zipper. And these sold for $9 also that I took. And the third thing was this mock neck gray turtleneck. And I got this at the Fantastic Bins, and this sold for $9.99. That must have been a sale price. I have exactly the same one that I got from the Fantastic Bins, and I kept one myself, and I put this one on sale. This is the most comfortable shirt you'd ever want to put on. It is beyond soft. It's super soft and super stretchy, sort of ribbed, and yeah, $9.99. So I'm in the $9 category on eBay, evidently. So this is my good sale on Poshmark. This sold for $24. It's by Hampton Knights. I've never heard of that. It's a dark purple, or sort of, I don't know what you call it, plum color, dark purple lined. This is lined. It's sleeveless. And the back is sort of strappy. Has a zipper on the side. It's a size 10, really pretty cocktail dress, and it's new with tags and sold for $24. So that was my big sale of the week on Poshmark. But I haven't sold on Poshmark for nearly 2 weeks till this one came in. So, I don't know what's going on there either. My closet is getting shared all the time, just like it has been. It's just not getting new items on there, and that counts. So let me show you. This is the performance on just eBay, the report from the 21st to the 27th. Total sales on eBay, $50.71. So my selling costs were $26.93. I netted $20, $20.61. Average sale price was $16.90. So pretty sad. Now I'm going to try to, I don't think I can do it that way. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to get my photo album up here. Okay, are you seeing the puppy in my a photo of my puppy? Let me know if you're seeing this. Oops, sorry. No. Well, I don't know how to share pictures. It's the Google. Oh, yeah. I looked it up how to do this, and it, yeah, I see what you see. And it said I could do this through the sharing, but it's not letting me do it. I'll have to copy a picture and put it on something on Google, I guess, but I can't do that now, so I'm going to stop sharing. Too bad you can't see this little puppy. I'll show you on my phone, the old-fashioned way, holding up. Ah, oh dear. I hope I haven't lost you altogether here. Where are you? There you are. Ah. Mhm. Mhm. All right. Are you seeing me now? Hope you can see me. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Well, let me try to show at least a little picture here. Every place you touch on this camera kind of drives me crazy. There she is. That's Trudy. That's Trudy. She's almost 20 pounds already. My son and daughter-in-law's a new little Weimar on her puppy. She's like 12 weeks old, or approaching 12 weeks. And yeah, she was just a wild one. Uh, but my dog was so good with her. Can't even get that to do. Uh, my dog, Penny, was so good with her. And at the end, my dog was getting down on his haunches, and wanting to play with her. Because she was just all over the place, like puppies are. It was so much fun having her. But you know what happened? We all took pictures of the puppy, and we forgot to take pictures of each other. We didn't take our yearly Christmas photo, so that wasn't good. Uh, yeah. Well, as far as being sort of down about the sales and everything, I don't think the weather's helping because it hasn't been sunny here for quite a while. It's so dreary out, even though today it's 50 some degrees, but it's rainy, misty, cloudy, and just dark out. And that's just depressing. So, you know what it makes me sleepy is what it makes me. I could have just gone up and taken a nap in the middle of the afternoon, which I never do. Uh, uh, yeah, this was a breeder in Pennsylvania. People from all over came to pick up these puppies. They had to put their name in long before the puppies were born, and yeah, I think there were only two females, and my son wanted a female because they've always had female Weimaraners. So her name is really Gertrude on her papers. Gertrude something. I don't know what it is. But the nickname for Gertrude in German is Trudy. I thought it'd be Gertie, but it's not. It's Trudy. Uh, yeah, all uh, their dogs have German names. Sophie and Gretchen were the other two. Uh, so they've had Weimaraners for a long time because those their two other dogs lived long, like 13, 14 years old. So, yes, it's sunny there. Lots of rain in Boise. Yeah, it's just, if I look at the map, it's all green all around us. So I think it's going to rain for a while. 77 and sunny in northern Arkansas. The cold front's heading your way. Yeah, I think it's going to get cold tonight here too. And then we're going to have a spell that's going to be cold. So I have got to at least tomorrow go out and plug my car in. It hasn't been plugged in because I've used it a couple times, believe it or not, and uh, it's been warm. It hasn't been even below freezing. So you broke a high of 85. You're wearing shorts in northern Arkansas? Oh my. That is very warm for the no snow yet. No snow yet here. Wow. I was talking to my daughter because she's at least able to talk about horses now. She went through a spell after her horse died that you couldn't even talk to her. It was horrible. But she now talks about horses and uh, I was saying to her, with all this temperature fluctuation, that was one huge worry all the time that you had when you had horses. Because when you go from, 50 degrees down to 18, that big fluctuation in temperature, a lot of horses will colic. That's such a problem with horses. And I mean, yeah, that means a trip to the barn. That means a vet call. Horses can die of colic. Uh, Michelle's first horse nearly died of colic because, yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, I don't miss that for sure. If anybody knows about having horses here. But when we first got horses long time ago, it was 20 some years. It was 25 years or more ago, maybe 30. Uh, we didn't know anything. We didn't know to be worried. They just took care of things where we boarded the horses. But, if your horse colic, you had a vet call. It didn't used to be near as expensive as it is now. Yeah, that's a $500 bill now. You didn't have horses, but you had a cattle farm. Growing up, you had a cattle farm. Horses are gorgeous, but you don't know nothing about them. Yeah. They are just a disaster, let me tell you. Horses are an accident waiting to happen. One of the barn owners uh, that has always had horses, she always said horses are born and then they spend the rest of their life trying to kill themselves. They're accident prone. You never think, when you see the Mustangs running over mountains and all this terrain, you never think that. But wild horses are different than the horses that you know, are kept now. We probably don't feed them right. They don't get the same nourishment as Mustangs. Yeah. Of course, Mustangs don't live as long either. Yes, our Christmas was very nice. We just forgot to take pictures except of the puppy. We had a good time. We had ham, honey baked ham, which is so delicious. The real honey baked ham. I still have some left that I just had a piece before I came in here. And cheesy potatoes and green beans and cookies and ice cream. Yeah. My two grandkids were here. And we all exchanged gifts, mostly money. But Linda, and Michelle, they both bought gifts. So we had some gifts to open. That was fun. But I just can't shop anymore, so it's all checks. And my grandchildren, that's all they want anyway. Yes, it was good. Good meal. And I have leftovers because my daughter-in-law, who brings most of the meal, she won't take any leftovers home. She leaves them all here. And then my daughter takes part of them home. Yeah. but I always have lots of leftovers. But I've almost eaten them all. Now I have way too many cookies and things. Too many sweet things. So, well, I'm going to try to get this week. I'm trying to get my camera set up on one of those. I have one of those extension arms you clip to the table, and then you can have an overhead camera. I want to do it and show you painting. But I also would like to show my budget book that way instead of it just being in my lap with me holding the camera. That can't be good. So I'll try to hook it to the table in a way it won't wiggle and see if I can get this video on in the next couple days about budgeting and how my ideas on how to be more frugal, and especially doing the no spend month in January. We'll see how that goes. But if anybody has any big ideas about how to cut my inventory in half, besides the fact that I think I should just, Samantha and I go through things. We just delete things from my inventory and take them and donate them. That's the fastest way. But I think every time I say that, I give Bumblebee a headache. So I'll try Depop. I'll try to get it set up this maybe this week. Yeah, and start sharing. Do you have to share all the time on Depop? That was my question. I mean, is it like Mercari where if you don't keep sharing, everything just goes dormant? You don't have to keep sharing? I have to read more about it. Well, that would be good. I'll just start with a few things and see what happens. But I can cross list with Flip, I think. I have to look. You'd love that idea, how to sell off inventory. Right, that's what I got to find out how to do. How to sell it off, you know, faster than single pieces. I don't think you're allowed to do big boxes of things anymore. Somebody mentioned taking it to consignment shops. I think there's one in Medina. There used to be. They tell you. Yeah. Oh, there isn't sharing on Depop? Well, if you don't have to share all the time to sell, that would be a good thing. I do that. I send offers to likers. You have Vendoo set up to refresh your Depop listings every day, but it's not the same as sharing. I don't have Vendoo. I have been meaning to change from Posher VA to something that will do the same, but to do both, all different platforms. Because Posher VA is expensive and it only does Poshmark. And it just does the sharing. It's basically delist, relist for you. Yeah. Yeah, eBay, I think eBay's the only one that has the sell similar thing that changes the whole number, inventory number. You sold something off Facebook Marketplace for the first time. Yeah, see, Facebook Marketplace. Can you ship? Can you ship if you sell something on Facebook Marketplace? Do they have to pick it up or you have to meet them someplace? Because I don't want to do that. I mean, is there any shipping? Can you ship on Facebook Marketplace? I think that's why people do. Yeah, you met them and they paid cash. See, I don't want to go out. I don't go out of the house much. I don't want to have to do that. So that's why I haven't really considered Facebook Marketplace. If they pay cash, no fees. Yeah. It's nice, but it's not worth it to me, especially in the winter, to go out. Now, where I would consider it would be, I don't know if I'd even consider it then, would be if I sold like bins full of things and they would come and pick it up. I would have somebody here with me or meet at the police station. I don't know. I don't want to have to do that. Yeah. I'd have to take things off of, I just would delete, a bin full of things at a time from eBay and Poshmark. Because most everything I have on eBay is also on Poshmark. Yeah. You met at a restaurant parking lot. You had your husband with you. Yeah, that makes all the difference in the world. Believe me, I'd do it if my husband was around. Someday I'll show you a picture of him when he was a cop. Yeah, I'll show you what he looked like. And he was 6'2". There was nobody going to mess with him. So that is about all. I'm just going to try my best to, if I do sell something this week, I will do a ship with me. If even with one thing, just to get some things on. This probably hurt my YouTube. I haven't made any money on YouTube in the last few months, so I thought for sure it was starting out to look good. And then it just sort of died. But that's what I'm going to try to get going is my YouTube channel. But last week, like I said, this past week I just took the week off. I didn't do much of anything. He'd love to see his picture. Yeah, I'll show you. I have to remember to bring it in here. It might be just holding it up to the screen because I can't figure out how to show you on, the pictures. So I'm going to close for now. Everybody have still a Merry Christmas season and Happy New Year to everybody. 2026. Wow. Yes. Let's touch. Yeah, I'll try to stay positive also. It'll have to be positivity about other things. But yes, Happy New Year, Debbie, Jane, everybody. And Bumblebee, if you're listening, I will. Yes, we should talk about Depop. Hi, Tina. Yeah, Happy New Year to you too. Yes, let's hope it's better. Michelle Marshall, you too. Bye, everybody. Stay healthy. God bless you.